At AmFest, I am so happy to be joined by Drew Johnson, who is from Nevada's 3rd Congressional District and running for Congress, in a district that the Republicans lost by 2% last time. You're an interesting person. Do you want to start off with an interesting fact about yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. I actually was born in a trailer in rural Appalachia, and I ended up in Las Vegas. So that's kind of unique, I guess.
Wow. And what did you learn, growing up in a trailer that must have been really hard? And where you've gotten today, what's something that you've taken with you?
A big part of it is just the hustle I saw with my mom. She worked at Walmart during the day. She worked as a maid at night. And even though, I kind of come from humble beginnings, she really gave me that sort of uh, the, the the framework, that sort of intrinsic work ethic to be able to live my American dream.
For sure. So you're very well educated. You went to Belmont, and what was the other college?
Pepperdine for grad
Pepperdine.
school, yeah.
Yep. Um, so take us through, how did you kind of going through education like that? Did you find yourself as a conservative at a young age?
I think growing up the way I did, we lived in an area where there was a lot of distrust in government and a lot of faith in neighbors and community and church. And so, we had times where we didn't know what we were going to eat the next day, but a neighbor would always help, or if the church needed help, or another friend or a relative. So there was a lot more of a communal spirit and less reliance on government. And then when I went to college and studied economics and political science and philosophy, I sort of realized that that made me more of a free market, limited government sort of guy. And by the time I got to grad school, I knew that I wanted to work in politics, in public policy, and I got a master's in public policy and started working at conservative and free market think tanks.
Awesome. So take us through a little bit, Nevada's 3rd District. How can people go to help you, and what's your biggest priority?
Yeah, absolutely. My number one priority is that people make better decisions than government. So it's getting government out of people's lives. Obviously, inflation is hurting everyone in Nevada, in Las Vegas, where I live. If the economy is bad, we're really in trouble because we're so reliant on tourism. So making sure that we can control inflation, make life a little easier as far as cost of living, and getting government out of people's lives. So yeah, people can check me out at drewfornevada.com. On social, I'm at Drew for Nevada. So yeah, that's how you can sort of keep track of our race. And certainly, if you're supporting me, if you're voting for me, if you're donating $5 or just giving me a like or a follow on social media, what you're doing is helping somebody who's literally worked for our beliefs for 25 years. I've worked for the National Taxpayers Union. I've worked for groups like AEI and Taxpayers Protection Alliance, and all these groups that have helped make taxes lower, expose wasteful spending, try to make American energy policy very self-reliant, so that we're using our own resources and not relying on other nations. So yeah, I invite everybody to join our fight.
For sure. And one last thing, you are a Golden Knights fan. You've been a season ticket holder since they came to Vegas.
Yeah.
What's your prediction for this year?
I'm still riding the high of the fact that we won a Stanley Cup so quick. I was a Nashville Predators season ticket holder for years when I started and worked at the think tank there in Nashville for Tennessee. But I'm just so fortunate to be a fan of a team that has done so well and has really brought our community together. That's something that's interesting about Vegas, because so many people come and go because of the jobs and gambling and things like that. It's really brought our community together. So you wouldn't think that a hockey team could really bring the community together so much, but it really has. And after the 1 October shootings and sort of the tough times we were going through, that really gelled the community, and we've got this great team that we can all rally behind.
For sure. Well, thank you so much. We wish you the best of luck. And if I come to Nevada, I hope I can visit you.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Jake.